Well, good morning to you from a cold and frosty England, and a special welcome to you if you're a member of the public. This event is open to the public for the first time. My name is David Addis, by the way, and look forward to being with you and explaining what's going on during the morning. In view of the fact that there are some members of the public with us, I thought I should give a quick explanation of our acronyms and a few words about how this morning will run. The Knowledge and Innovation Communities are known by the acronym KICS, or KICS. They're part of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, the EIT. We also refer to higher education institutions, or HEIs. At this event, the project coordinators of the KICS will present their own projects. These demonstrate examples of good practice of education and training in innovation and entrepreneurship. The featured projects will be linked to the various challenges in society that the KICS are addressing, from climate change and sustainable energy to healthy living and food. The good practices will be organised in 4 domains that underpin the activities within the EIT's HEI initiative. These are fostering institutional engagement and change, strengthening partnerships, the knowledge triangle integration, contribution to developing innovations and businesses, enhancing the quality of innovation and entrepreneurial education. The new head of this initiative is Dr. Dolores Volkert. Good morning, Dr. Volkert. As the new head of the HEI initiative, you lead on strategic and operational activities of this initiative. You focus on establishing an ecosystem of cross-institutional alliances and synergies. And prior to the HEI initiative, you served in senior strategy roles, managing cross-functional initiatives within higher education and research, both in North America and Germany. You have a legal background, and your experience ranges from establishing strategic innovation and entrepreneurship programs to technology transfer. Dr. Volkert, we look forward to hearing you set the scene for us. Over to you.
Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate your kind introduction. And I am pleased to be speaking to all of you today on behalf of the EIT HEI initiative. The EIT HEI initiative, Innovation and Capacity Building for Higher Education, is a joint EIT community activity coordinated by EIT Raw Materials. The initiative is a key objective for EIT as part of its new strategy, the EIT's Strategic Innovation Agenda 2021 to 2027. The initiative aims to support higher education institutions with expertise and coaching, access to the EIT innovation ecosystem, and funding, enabling them to develop innovation action plans complementing the needs of individual higher education institutions. Our ongoing projects in the HEI initiatives community are implementing a diverse range of activities and encourage innovators and participating organizations get access to the world's largest innovation ecosystem. The community of our projects already include hundreds of academic and non-academic organizations from across Europe. With our third call, we will select up to 16 proposals at 750,000 euros per project. The funding duration is 15 months, going from May 2023 to July 2024. With this call, we introduced a significant focus on the development of deep tech talent at HEIs, connecting with the new flagship initiative, the EIT's Deep Tech Talent Initiative. We call for consortia to create individualized action plans which take a long-term view toward innovation and entrepreneurial capacity. Our third call builds on the success of the initiative's 2 previous calls, which together awarded nearly 50 projects involving over 290 HEIs and 300 non-academic organizations, including companies, research centers, public authorities, and associations. The past year alone, projects have trained over 9,900 students, academic and non-academic staff, and have supported over 310 startups and scale-ups in a vibrant ecosystem in which HEIs acts as hubs that create systematic impact, reimagine entrepreneurship, education, and drive innovation around Europe. All projects to be selected will benefit from the EIT community, partnerships that bring together businesses, research organizations, and universities. All EIT kicks are dedicated to finding solutions to a specific global challenge, and they develop innovative products and services, start new companies, and train a new generation of entrepreneurs. Together, they power innovators and entrepreneurs across Europe to turn their best ideas into products, services, jobs, and growth. And that makes our EIT community a valuable resource of knowledge. But today's showcase is not only about the EIT HEI's projects. It's about spotlighting some of the education and innovation projects within the larger EIT knowledge and innovation community that demonstrate good practice examples of training and education with a view to innovation and entrepreneurship. From my perspective, hearing about good practices means three things. It means to understand what other KIC projects are doing, to hear about experiences of KICs and their projects, but it also means moving beyond the silos to learn from those experiences. But listening and learning from good practices are not enough. Since it's not what you know that counts, but what you do, you must implement the change. Without implementation, nothing changes. So learn from your fellow projects what they do and do it yourself. We are here to support you. I would like to thank and acknowledge the organization team from EIT Manufacturing and EIT Food for arranging today's KIC Showcase event. And I would also like to thank all the speakers today. I believe that by participating in this showcase, we are in the right place and the right time. Together, let us accelerate the exchange of ideas and scaling up for good practices. I'm confident that you will find new ideas, fresh energy, and novel partnerships to sustain your efforts to boost entrepreneurial capabilities and unlock innovation potential. I wish us all a successful and fruitful event. Thank you.
Dolores, thank you very much indeed. And that was fascinating to hear what you had to say, especially about the third call and the way you're looking for people to come up with ideas for this. I'd like you to emphasize that a little bit more. You're really keen to get more interest in this, are you?
We do, actually. So our third call, as all our calls, are open calls to the whole higher education community. And we look for consortia built up from HEIs, higher education institutions, companies, startups, and other stakeholders in the higher education scene.
And I think the interesting point here is that you won't be alone, because I think people are often worried about doing something like this. And you were stressing, I think, that there is also support for any startup, isn't there?
Exactly. So the HEI initiative is not only the coordination team here at EIT Raw Materials, it is actually all our colleagues and partners from various KICs in different fields. We have 8 KICs that support our initiative at the moment, and all the projects are free, to apply to the initiative and to be associated or affiliated with one of our KICs.
I think that's great news. And I think just finally, before we go into our sessions right now, I think people will be very interested to hear some of these success stories as well.
So yes, a couple of our projects are actually here today. And I can only recommend to listen to them and to look for exchange with them and actually find out what is so important to support these initiative and to actually apply.
Good. Well, I'm sure that people will be wanting to follow this up, and I've been looking at the chats in the session and the number of different academic institutions that are represented here today. I'm sure people from a wide variety of organizations will be following up what you've been talking about, and also the detail from these sessions. And just to conclude, before we go into our main session, which will be starting in about 3 or 4 minutes time, just to explain then, there are 3 sessions, each with 2 parallel sessions. And as you're an observer, you can choose which of each session you attend. The coffee breaks at 11:30 to 11:45, and then there's a plenary session at 12:45 to conclude the event, when we'll wrap up the key points from the discussions. And I was hoping that you, Monica, would be able, that you, Dolores, would be able to stay with us, but I understand you've got to move on to something else. But meanwhile, we hope that one of your colleagues will join us for the plenary as well. Just to explain then, after each presentation, there'll be time for questions, which you can post in the chat session. The speakers will answer your questions and comments after the presentation, and indeed, if there's time, may invite you to voice your comment. So the whole aspect here is to encourage a two-way discussion, speakers to put their points, and then you as delegates here to join in and make your particular points to them. We're just about ready to start, so in a moment or so, we suggest you navigate to your chosen topic in session 1, and this will focus on how to encourage institutional engagement and change, and we have excellent speakers from EIT Health and EIT Raw Materials. They are Lorenzo Gonzalez and Juan Herrera, and after them, we'll move straight on to the other sessions that you'll see on your listing here, and you're encouraged to then click on these, join them as each develops and each goes on, and then come back for the final plenary session where we'll pull it all together. Thank you again very much indeed, and be ready now to join your chosen session.